Welcome to the very first episode of our new talk show, Dubai Talks in Bravos Fort. We will try to provide you with a new episode every week. Here at Bravos Real Estate, my name is Nikola Petkovic, Director of Sales, and with me is Kaiser Bajwa, our CEO. The topic of today's show will be Dubai Real Estate after COVID-19. Since our topic today is Dubai real estate market after the COVID-19, what would you say that this pandemic has actually changed about real estate market in Dubai?
Thank you, Nicola, for asking the question. And thank you very much for the viewers who are giving their time to us. I will try to elaborate in your question in two ways. See, this COVID-19 pandemic, the real pandemic which happened maybe after 100 years. You can say this kind of a problem arises in once in a generation. So what I realized, this COVID-19, especially as we are talking in Bravos Fort regarding Dubai real estate. So I will drive the pandemic but bring the changes in Dubai real estate in two ways. The first one is in a natural being, a human being. It changed the behavior. It changed the behavior of our customers, of our end users, of our investors, everyone. But even then, I will say, I would like to mention it. This behavior change will not last longer. It is for some period, maybe 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. That's nice. But it is changed. As you speak, what exactly get changed? So behavior, human psyche really get changed. The second is a monetary change. Of course, it is monetary change which comes in, which get effect all over the world. Then specifically we will talk about Dubai. Yes, it affected the Dubai economy. And of course, real estate is a bigger stake in the Dubai economy. It hits Dubai real estate too. But how much? And how Dubai real estate is reacting as we're speaking right now is the 13th June, right? And we are speaking right after when the government has opened almost all the businesses. After 1 month, 1.5 month lockdown with the precautions, they've handled very well. Anyway, these are the two things which get changed. I will try to elaborate later, but precisely we can say Dubai, this COVID-19 pandemic has changed Dubai real estate in two ways. The first one in a monetary terms, and the second one in a behavior change, the psychological change.
Yeah. When you say behavioral change, what do you specifically mean by that? As we know, there has been a lot of influence because of the lockdowns and everything that has happened. As people are social animal, and that's one of our main things in our DNA. And now, because of these situations, we have to keep the physical distance. You cannot even go out to see your friends and family, whatnot. Here in Dubai, we had a visit to the supermarket every 3 days and this type of stuff. Is this what you mean, and what would you say more about that?
That's true. That's very true, Nicola. As you said, that rightly said. We used to say in the psychiatrist that a human being is a social animal. And it is a nature, and nature cannot be changed. Yes, for timing, there is some hindrance imposed by the governments for the betterment of the human being. And yes, we have to follow, and we are doing it. People are doing it. That's how we are getting out of this pandemic. Yes, it is a behavior change. It's pushing the people, and it's making some businesses little bit difficult to do. Especially when it comes to real estate, people have to come for the viewing, and they are a little bit reluctant at the moment. They have, especially when the aviation business is not moving on 100% capacity, people are reluctant to go for these unnecessary travels, right? Hoteling, travel, tourism. Everything is getting affected with the human fear, which get through the COVID-19, and it's changed their behavior to thought. This is the one negative impact which we get, which is impacting everywhere the real estate. even it is a hotel industry, even it is a tourism industry.
Every business.
Basically, at the end of the day, these are businesses connected with the real estate. I mean, the real estate, the landlords who were renting the properties on the holiday as a holiday homes, who were renting their hotel apartments, their investments is getting affected. But this point, I have listened and I have read a lot, many since last 1.5 months. People are talking about this. Human behavior has been changed, and it will take maybe 3 years, 2 years. I have an objection on it. This behavior cannot continue for longer. It may be 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, because it is against the nature of the human being. So they will come out, they will go for the travel, they will do everything. So the people who are pointing out, who are arising this negative sentiment that human beings' behavior changed and it will affect the real estate in longer run. No, it is not going to be changed, continue for the longer run. It may be take for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months max. Once the vaccine will be there, the people will get, they will exhaust. They will come out for restaurants, they will come out for hoteling, they will go for beaches, and as we have witnessed in many countries.
I believe it has already happened.
It's already happening.
Because you see now all around the world, you can see, well, somewhere there's actual riots, but on the other places as well, it's very difficult to keep people under lockdown. And this is where this nature of humans comes out. They need, now if you look on these social networks, you will see a lot of people. They are all already in cafes, restaurants, parks, whatever. So we need this socializing, and since every business is basically revolves around people, this is why we have overall problem. But what are the positives of it?
Yes, this is what I was about to say. There is some positive behaviors as well comes out due to this pandemic. And what were those positive regarding the real estate as we were speaking? The people who been in a month or 2 months during the lockdown in their homes, they come to know, because before they were spending maybe 10 hours maximum in their homes, 10 hours or maybe 12 hours, because they were out for many things. But at the end of the day, they started living there for 24 hours for continuing 30 days, 45 days. They realized, man, this place is not enough. I'm living maybe in an apartment, so I feel that I have to go for some garden house where I can do some barbecue, or where I can sit down, I can see the sunset, I can see the sunrise right sitting in my home. And this brings a change basically in their minds, and that change motivating them to go to change the property, to change maybe to rent the other property, or to buy for other property. And so these changings are letting them out and letting them to buy or change the house. This will bring the activity. This is bringing the activity. And we have witnessed in the brokerage houses. Being in brokerage houses, this is our business activity. This generates us the revenue. So we witnessed as soon as the lockdown was finished, people would rush out for renting business. And people have changed their minds. We have seen a slight witness the slight change. People were more motivated to rent the townhouses. Might be there is a price difference too, maybe, because the price has been discounted slightly after the lockdown session after this COVID-19. So people are rushing out to the community line of the city as far as they were before motivated to live in city line. Now they are trying to live in a villa or townhouse. So this is a slight difference, and this is also, we can say it's a positive change which has come through this COVID-19 as well.
Yeah, so people have basically realized that now what value the home has.
True.
And since we have a monetary problem, as you mentioned in the start, a lot of people were fired, or their salaries have been reducted to zero or half or something like that. Now they have also realized what an advantage it is of actually owning your home, because you don't have to pay the rent. If your income stops for a situation like this, which is a worldwide pandemic, nobody has an influence over it. They have also realized how much value this has.
Exactly. I was talking about the monetary change. As per your first question, I have derived it in 2 ways. Let me discuss the monetary changes. Monetary change. See, economy has a cycle. It goes through recession. It goes to the recovery. It goes to the boom. It comes again. So we can say the economy has to go for the expansion phase. The economy has to go through the shrinking phase. It's both part of the game. We cannot negate. Being a human being, we went through all of, in centuries, we've gone through many kind of recessions, including the pandemics. And we have faced it, and we have passed it, and we have been always being a step ahead where were we were before these kind of the problems. Always we have break the record for the growth. So what happened in monetary terms in right now, a GDP, production sector, supply chain sector, tourism, everything, when the wheel was jammed, basically, it was not for the one country. It was the whole world economic wheel get jammed. Right? So what happened? The first factor comes of the unemployment. The people get fired. And this brings this affects the buying power of the people. Buying power, the paying power, spending power. So it hits on the way where the people get affected on their buying power. They change. They are just trying to spend money on the necessary things. They are not going for any luxury watches or gold or anything like this. So this affects the business cycle. GDP gets shrinks. Whatever the forecast we were having before for the Dubai economy, it gets hit. We were having a lot of, being in Dubai, there was a lot of targets regarding exports and regarding this infrastructure and many things. Many things get hit. So this is what the monetary terms this COVID-19 has affected. That's what we've spoken negative. But how it's coming positive? Because I am still seeing a lot positive out of this negativity. It will come as positive. We will discuss.
So basically, what is happening now is that this is a period of shrinking. All the businesses and smart business leaders know that there is a time, because of this cycle you explained, there is a time to shrink and there is a time to expand.
True.
This is a time of shrinking.
Yeah.
So what I believe is that after this time of shrinking, and what is shown is we will always come to a period where we can expand. And all of these people who have lost their jobs will actually gain the job backs, or new people will be brought because of that. And this is my belief.
Yeah.
But what I want to ask you is, can we classify this situation and this previous couple of months and maybe some that are coming as a recession?
Oh, okay. Yes, there is no doubt. There is nothing stopping us to call it a recession. Yes, it is a recession. It is very much a recession. But this recession is some kind of opportunity. Is the quick opportunity. This is, in my eyes, how it is. Especially if we will speak about Dubai real estate. I have witnessed since 2014 August, the prices in Dubai real estates start moving in downward trend. Whatever they hits the highest in 12 or 13, from there, 14 August, it starts moving towards the downward trend. In 17, in 18, it was a sluggish market, whereas the demand was almost about to, you can say, it was really low demand. Because seller was not compromising and buyer was realizing the things. So the gap between seller and buyer prices get large. So the transactions get gone to the minimum level. In 18 and 19, the market of real estate in Dubai get hit by the oversupply. If we will put on the record, 19 was the year when there was a highest delivery of units brings in the market. 35,000 units comes to the market. That was the highest record supply. And it was happening for in the longer run. This was not a cause. This is not a cause to worry. But yes, we are talking about the shorter terms. So this supply was hitting to the demand. Demand was not that much, and supply was too much. So the prices was keep going downward and downward and downward. But there was a many agencies, research agencies like JLL, Frank Meyer, and many others. S&P, they were talking about that seems the Dubai real estate market is stabilizing on the bottom end. And after the 19 or initial days of the 2020, they were saying that downward trend will be minimized sooner, and might be the market will start reconsolidating on these levels. And market was consolidation happening was on these levels. And developers comes up with the longer payment run plan, post handover payment plan. They did all the best. Besides, they were doing best to supply the market a lot. So the question was how it affect the real estate. This changes. How it can become a recession. I was saying that this recession is a quick recession. Before few days, there was a article came up where he said that it can be weak recession or it can be new recession. Mm-hmm. So in both ways, it is a quick recovery after the recession. There are reasons. There are a lot of reasons. Government, before even COVID-19 just came, Government of Abu Dhabi has announced 16 amendments, and they have waived a lot of fees from many government forces. They have given a huge package to that called stimulus package, including the UAE government, Abu Dhabi specific, Dubai specific. Every Emirates government comes up, they understand the situation, and they bring the solutions towards the market. And meanwhile, COVID-19 also get inside. So those, beside these all packages, there are two major things happening through the central bank of the UAE, and those two things. The first one, they take the interest rate at 0, and they increase the loan to value ratio from before it was 75, right?
Yeah, for the expats 75, and for Emiratis 80. Now increased.
They have increased the 5%. Now the expats can just go for a 20% down payment, and the Emirati goes for 15% discount payment, right? So these two things. Besides, now this COVID-19, this is a positive impact is coming out of this COVID-19 pandemic. Majorly, many developers, they are now very reluctant to launch the new phases. And whatever the commitments was done for the 2020 deliveries, most probably they are not going to be delivered in 2020 due to all of this lockdown, because it's a supply chain factor. There will be can be a financial factor with some developer might be, but most of them get affected through because everything was locked. There was no wheel happening on the seas, and there was no wheel running on the skies. Everything was stuck. So most probably the deliveries which were expected of the completed units in 2020, that's not going to be fulfill the plans. So what happened? The supply will be gonna be lesser. New launches gonna be less. So whatever the availability. And beside that, the government has increased the buying power, has given the benefits to the buyer by giving lesser down payment, plus the lowest interest rate. These all will make the people push. And we have seen right in last 2 weeks, since the June started, in May was also good. May was also beyond expectation. That whatever the transaction happened, it was not expected. But since the June started, it is really beyond the imagination, the way the people are showing their interest. I'm talking about at the moment just residents, because they are here and they are coming for it. They are showing the interest. Still the outer world, the people who are sitting outside of the Dubai, the international investors, they are inquiring on the Zoom. They are doing the Zoom meeting. They are putting their interest. So as soon as the aviation industry will resume the 100% traveling, there will be no ban on traveling. I have 110% belief all of the steps which has been taken by the UAE government through mortgage, through loan to revalue, they have instructed to the banks that increase their mortgage capacities to lend the people, right? So all of these things will stimulate Dubai real estate a lot. From the supply end, maybe we will get some cushion; it will be less. From the other side, they have pumped in a lot of money inside the economy. So it all will bring a real prosperity. What we are talking about in any way, not only real estate, in any other sector, I have a huge belief. Yeah.
I like to say very smart thing I believe I have heard a long time. It says if you want to predict the future, study the past, the history.
True.
Now this is where everything you've said come in. As you said, there is repetitive cycles, right, of growth, shrinking, and so forth. Now, by going backwards through history, we can see that, as you mentioned, this was not our first recession, even depression, and we can certainly say it will not be our last, right? So, it's just a way we learn, and how much we have progressed can be shown by looking on a global scale. Like if we look at the chart, which shows, let's take the last 200 years, okay, which have had massive growth. Now, talking for us as a human race, and especially talking in economic sense, we will see that okay, the line will be versatile. It will be up and down. Yeah, we will have a progress, and then we will come down in the form of recession or whatever it is. But if we look at the average through these 200 years, for an example, we will see that the average line is constantly going up. So whenever we have actually had a recession, we can see that in the following 2, 3, 5, 7 years, we have actually reached new limits of growth. And to think that everything will stop now because of this, and that this will not happen again, it would not be my bet, because this is what I have learned from the history here. Now, I would like to hear from you. You mentioned a couple of very strong facts. Two of the most that I like is the central bank, which has deducted the interest rate, and the actual pumping of money into the economy that we have here in Dubai particularly. Now, we know the figure from Khaleej Times and other sources that originally it was 100 billion planned to be pumped into the economy from the government, and then they have they have over doubled it actually. It turns to a figure of 238 or 36 billion, and it will be invested mainly through the banks. Could you explain how this is going to affect the overall economy, how this is going to help us to start this new era of growth? And any other factors, if you have, I'd like to hear.
Nicola, one thing I would like to put more in front of our viewers, our people who are watching, who are giving the time. Dubai UAE government has comes up with amazing plans. They always has the hand on the pulse of economy. They always. I'm really sometimes get surprised that how much they are keen regarding the growth of their country, how much they are sincere, how much they are honest, how much they have the wisdom. They always been a step ahead to solve the problems. They have noticed the supply factor last year, and they comes up. They have already they spoken with the different bigger developers. They said that see this and this, that they have figured it out that okay, slow down the new launching. It started happening since last year.
End of 2019, they have actually formed a council for the particular reason.
Property. They have built a council to reconsider it. So they were a step ahead. Then, when it was comes to the COVID-19 situation, when it started, the government, before putting the lockdown, they comes up with the stimulus packages because they have noticed that wheels of all over the world is getting jammed. So we need to do something proactive things. So what from a smaller thing, from the smaller thing in Dubai, they have reduced the down payment to open a Viva connection. They have reduced 50% for the commercial properties. For the commercial properties, they have reduced 50% of the down payment. This is a very small factor. I'm just putting it on. They have done a lot of things from different ways. Okay, we were speaking about that how it will pump up and they are throwing the bank because bank is a financial institution for the paper and for the modern economies. Banks are like these are the veins on which the blood runs in any economy. Is like in a body. It's like in a body, and the financial institutions are the veins, and the head of and the government is a heart or mind. So these veins, if there will be no blood in these veins, it will not circulate anywhere, right? It will not work, the body will not work properly. So they have pumped up all the money through the bank financial. So the smaller and medium, the focus is smaller and medium businesses are venturing and startups too as well. So they are offering the relaxed loans or people who has already loans or some other kind of lendings from the banks. They are getting the relaxation on stopping the installments of many things. So they comes up as a protector, and they pump the money. So people who might be the retailers in the malls, in some tourism companies, and so all of this fact due to this pandemic, they get the hit on the revenue. But in the meanwhile, the Dubai government comes up with the plans, and they have started giving them the loans to tackle the situation. Even not only government I'm talking about. There are some private institutions like Aldar Properties from Abu Dhabi, like the Al Fatim they have the malls here. And there are other from Emarat too, we have listened from Al Wasal as well. And there are many, I don't remember everyone's name, but every big developer who was handling some kind of rental properties, maybe thousands or 5,000, and there are 5,000 tenants or 2,000 or 10,000 tenants they were handling. They come up with a plan to tackle with them, to give them the opportunity to handle the situation as much sooner, and how they handle this pandemic. It is something like that, butter on the bread. They have done all before for the economy, and then they handle them. They have almost WHA recently ranked UAE as the 11th country, best country who has handled the this situation.
Yeah.
And they reached 2.5 million tests, and even we have only 9 million population all over. So they hit the 2.5 million hallmark, the best ratio. All they have done in no time. They have contained almost, I am witnessing since last 5 days, the recoveries are getting double than the new cases.
On a daily basis.
Right? So the curve is already on the downward towards the flatter side. And they had planned to open the borders, and they have already opened almost everything. So this pandemic, it will have maybe many bad effects, but I am telling you, within some period, maybe in 1 quarter, maybe in next 3 months, maybe 4 months, world will tell itself to anyone that this is how Dubai, this is how UAE government handled. We were the safest. I mean, the UAE and Dubai, it's my second home, and I'm proud of it. We were the safest country with the lowest crimes happening.
Yeah.
I have never, since I moved with my family here, since I am here, I never get fear. My car is open outside, my home is open, my wife is going for a walk in early, before even sunrise, she's going alone. I have no worries. My kids are going here and there. There is no fear that my family is sitting in the desert for some barbecue at the mid of the night. I have no fear. We were having the best infrastructure. We were having the safest country, lowest crime rates. We have everything, whatever the modern lifestyle needed with the infrastructure, with the sense of security, with everything. And now the Dubai rulers and UAE rulers has proven that how much they are caring with their residents' health and how they overcome all of this challenge. And beside that, they are really cared about the economy too, health and financial both. They didn't let us down. They bring us up again with the handling of this all financial crisis and the health crisis. They was with us. I really felt that we are in a safer hands. So what this lesson will, the world will learn this lesson. The world will listen this story. Already Dubai is shining all over, but this all situation will bring the limelight on Dubai and UAE. People will love to come here, to invest here, to live here, to buy a property, to do the business, to do many things. You know, this 2021 expo is gonna be double successful whatever it was expected before due to the situation. This is my belief, and I have this gut feeling. You can feel from my face. This is, I'm saying from my heart what I experienced. So it's coming out. Dubai is coming out. Dubai real estate is coming. Before, I'm sorry, I'm taking a little long. Okay. If you have the second question, I can go for it. But anyway, I was saying before earlier that Dubai is a baby city. It's a very beautiful baby city, and it will take next 30 years, 40 years to grow more. With the growth of population, we will stand with the bigger, oldest civilized cities. We will stand with them, like London, like any name you can, Bangkok, Hong Kong, or whatever it is. I was saying, and what is this? I was saying to my investors, man, Dubai has everything to compete them in their prices, in their lifestyle. We already far ahead in many aspects. But if you will talk about the property prices, we are still has the lowest property prices even than the Bombay. Bombay is a big city, it's a wonderful city, it's an amazing city. I didn't mean to downgrade that. But if I am comparing Dubai to the Bombay property prices still higher than even Dubai. So what my purpose to point out this thing, I was saying to my investor, man, next 10 years, 20 years, you will get surprised. These were the prices just 10 years before in Dubai. Man, we forgot. We missed the train. I have a huge belief. These prices, people will dream whatever the price is.
I agree, and we can see this in the past again. Like if you look not so far back, like 5, 6, 7 years. Now, from this last point that you made, I want to add that it is in our nature again as a human race, and I see it a lot. The mistake that people make is that when things are bad, we tend to think that they will be bad forever. And when things are good, again we tend to think, okay, it's only gonna be a good days. You know, we have to start thinking, and I find this with a number of our investors as well, that they just talk about negative points in a negative time and positive points in a positive time. And that's why you have such mass losses for individuals who are buying at a certain peak. Of course, we don't know it is a peak. We never know, is it truly the lowest point or truly the highest point. But because they hope there will be someone else to buy for them and the price will increase just like that in 5 years. So this tendency, we have to take care of it and address it with ourselves first and then everyone else. Because we need to expect ups and downs. If we prepare for the worst, we will definitely be ready and welcome the best as well, right? And this is a part that needs to be our focus now. Because at the moment, as we said, these prices we have now are really a bargain of even short term, looking back from 5 or 6 years back. Now, I believe that we will have something in this in the future as well. I do not see it coming as a certain boom, like the huge spike on a chart, but I believe it will be more steady and more reliable as well. Now, as you mentioned, we have the Expo as well, which was supposed to be this year, 2020, but it's moved for next year. So since Dubai has actually won the ability and has been recognized with such a big thing to hold the Expo here, I believe it has a lot of influence as well. And I believe moving it 1 year to 2021 was a very smart decision. The anticipation is now higher because everything that has happened after this pandemic and the fantastic reaction we had from the government, one of the best in the entire world, recognized by many authorities, World Health Organization and other countries as well. I believe that will contribute even more to our real estate market here. A lot of the things that we have mentioned here today, and there is of course a lot more to include, it's just we cannot cover all in one episode, and that's why we will provide a new one every week. But I would like to hear some final thoughts from you. What do you think for the next 10 years? As real estate is a long-term game, and at the shortest it is a medium-term game. So what do you actually believe we have coming in the following, say, 7 or 10 years that we should prepare for now? These property prices we are expecting after a time to start rising, as some of the, again, indicators we have mentioned is the pumping of money into the economy, mainly through banks, the lower interest fees of central bank here in UAE and pretty much worldwide now, but we started from here. The 2019 Council as well for the limiting the supply of the actual properties delivered to the market. We also have a fantastic response next to some to this COVID situation, next to some now standard things for Dubai, something that we take for standard, that the crime rate here varies between 0 and 1 or 2%, the lowest in the world. This is something we here take for granted, which other countries do not. And people love that. You can leave your phone on a coffee table, come back tomorrow, and it will still be there. Not even the cleaner will move it. It's simply mind-boggling, right? So people will realize all of this, and the tourist number as well. If you look, it is increasing on a yearly basis. We can see every year more and more tourists are coming. Now, especially because people will be hungry to go somewhere after this lockdown and behavior that we discussed as well. That should all influence us positively in the next couple of years. What are your thoughts on that? And where do you think we will reach with this type of prices? And if you could tell us an advice as well for us and for our investors, even the end users, because they are using the apartment but it's still an investment they paid for. How do you feel about that?
Yes, Nicola, you are very much right. And you have rightly pointed out a lot of things which we have discussed earlier. And you amazingly precised everything. You summarized all the discussion. You have pointed out many things, like we discussed the monetary policy of the central bank. We have told that the interest rate becomes 0. We told that they have launched a stimulus plans to stimulate the economy. We have discussed how they behaved and they have reacted timely and amazingly with the dedication to handle this COVID-19 situation, and they contained the virus amazingly. They have done the best job. We have discussed that earlier, and since long we've been living here free of any fear. We are living with the sense of safety. We are living and enjoying the best infrastructure in the world. We are enjoying the world-class modern life, even in case of entertainment, even we will discuss the health, even the retails. Wherever we will go, we will find the best of the best thing in any aspect. As I already discussed, how I take Dubai, why I take Dubai in this way. I have seen a number of times Dubai's picture in 20 years back and 30 years back, and we used to see those pictures a number of times on social media, and people love to share that story. Basically, it's a success story. It is a success story of the ruler of Dubai, the vision of Dubai, their dedication, their sincerity, and it is something like, for me, I find him as a mentor. I find that how he struggled and from where they bring the city from the desert to there where we are, and we are competing with most of the metropolitan cities. We are showing them that we are Dubai. We are Dubai and we are the best. I mean, this level they bring in last 20-30 years. This is nothing, no time for a city to come up with this kind of lighthouse. So I have a huge and firm belief on the vision, on the discipline, on the dedication, on the honesty, on the intelligence, on the wisdom of Dubai ruler and UAE rulers. I have a firm belief. If they can manage to bring this country from the desert to here, where it's becoming the lighthouse for the whole world in this no time, what they will do in next 10 years, man, when they have everything now settled. When they were having nothing, they come this level. They bring this country in this level. And they have seen a lot of challenges. There was a Gulf War, there was many things, there was a lot happening. It was nothing like, we get a coronavirus, this pandemic, and this is a much. No, it is almost, I would like to say the way they handle it is not that big challenge. The big challenges they have faced earlier in the stages. They will overcome here, and the Dubai will keep growing. What my predictions, what my thoughts for the real estate investor around the world, people who love to build portfolios, people who love to do the investment in real estate. There is no country which are providing still 7 to 9% return on investment. There is no other country. This is Dubai's beauty, because Dubai belongs to expats most. This is the reason here is a 7 to 8%, 9%. In prime areas, maybe it is 5%, 6% or 4%. From 4 to 9% in different communities of Dubai, they can have a rental rate, return on investment. So, still with this kind of return on investment rate, Dubai's property prices, if someone will ask from me how it will be in a 10 years time, and there should not be something before 5 years or 10 years, people will talk about the properties. I still think from these levels it can increase minimum. I'm talking about the minimum level. Future knows by the I'm not a predictor, but it is just I'm doing my calculation as per history, as per when I'm comparing the Dubai to the other cities, other metropolitan cities. So I can believe, I can think we can have 60, 70, 80% appreciation on these properties, which are, I believe, being a stockbroker. I was a stockbroker before, so I would like to say to my viewers, to my people, to my clients, Dubai is undervalued. Dubai's properties are undervalued stock for next 10 years. If we are talking about next 10 years, beside this return on investment, there is a capital appreciation due on these price levels. It has to come out, and it's worth money. It's worth to buy here. If someone like to invest in Dubai in real estate, Dubai real estate. Yes, invest wisely, choose the wise product, choose wisely which suits you, what kind of the community, which kind of apartment, townhouse, villa, at what level, what price level, negotiate this and that, do whatever is needful. And nowadays, even developer is offering post-handover payment plan. Choose a financially stable and reputable developer and get this opportunity of post-handover payment plan, because it will give you more 100% than the normal thing, because then it will, the calculation between return on investment and the return on equity will become together. So it will enhance your profit. It will enhance your appreciation. It will give you the real return of the money. Yeah, this is what I was thinking to tell about this COVID-19, how it will affect. WhatsApp Dubai Real Estate even after this COVID-19 situation. It's already moved on. Dubai Real Estate in the land department figures are telling us a lot. There's a lot of movement. Dubai brokers are getting again busy. Brokerage houses ringing the bell and closing the deals. There's a happy marches are coming out of almost every house, every brokerage house. Dubai land department presenting every day a healthy picture and healthy numbers on their websites. You can notice that, you can witness that. Still, even then, we have the borders are still closed. We are still working on to open it. So once the 100% aviation industry will start working and resume the borders, we can see what's going to happen with that. I am too much hopeful. I am really hopeful regarding Dubai businesses, every business, each business, not only in real estate. Thank you very much for the time. We would like to keep you posted every week with a different chapter, different subjects. Especially because I would like to please you should have to conclude it.
That's fantastic. I would like to thank you for all the thoughts that you have shared with us, all your beliefs with back up certain claims, which I agree with as well. And I would like to thank everyone for giving us their time, and make sure you stay with us as well, as we are going to provide a new episode for you, basically a new chapter on its own every single week. That is our intention here at Bravos Real Estate. And with the end, to summarize everything we spoke about, I like to borrow a quote from His Highness Sheikh Mohammed, the ruler of Dubai as well. Here in Dubai, we do not wait for things to happen. We make things happen. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you, sir, for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.